Hello everyone. How are you guys? Sorry I'm a little late. Hopefully I get all my card pieces cut tonight. I've been scattered brain for today. Let me pull you guys up and share the video here. All right, I went ahead and shared that. I have a super cute card for you guys. I hope I cut everything because we've had gas guys out front and they're for the neighbor, but the dogs are barking and just a lot of things popped up today that was not on my schedule. So I was winging it for the last half an hour or so. So hi Diane, hi Tina. Thank you guys for joining. Let me go share this. So like I said, I have a fun fold card again. It's fun. I like it. I think you guys will like it. And but before we get into that, I just want to remind you guys about my card class that I offer every 2 weeks. From the 1st to the 15th is the first one, and from the 16th to the 30th or 31st of the month, I offer 2 different card classes, and they are either free with any purchase at my online shop with the use of my host code. So I always link that. You can find that on my web page. You can find it on my Facebook page or just message me. So you need to use the host code with that to get that for free. And it's 6 cards, 3 different designs, and you'll get all the materials to make those cards. And you will also, hi Trish, you'll also get the envelopes, a PDF with that, and a link to a video. You just won't get any stamped images. And I use a pretty generic card set, or yeah, card stuff. So if you do not have the product that I'm using, the certain stamp set, like this month or this week is the Handsomely Suited one. So you don't need that stamp set, the dies to create it. You'll get all the materials, and it's pretty generic to where you could use any stamp set you have, but it really coordinates well. And then if you just wanted to buy the stamp set outright, it's just $15. Hi Carrie, and that includes shipping. And so that's it with this stamp set. The new catalog has been out for a little bit now. I hope you guys are excited. We just got an update from Stampin' Up. I know this is crazy, but the mini holiday catalog is going to come out in August for you guys, and we're able to order in June as a demonstrator. So if you want to get your hands on any of those products early, just go ahead and join my team, and we can get you set up and you can get your hands on those products. So I can't believe that we just had a new catalog, and now the mini with celebration items on it. So I'll keep you guys updated with all of that. Like I said, that's not going to drop until August. I think it's August 3rd, but I'm not 100% on that date. Right now, if you join my team through the end of the month, you can get $155. I know, Tina, right? It's crazy. The new catalog and now another one. You can get $155 worth of products for $99, free shipping. You also will get business supplies and that. So Stampin' Up! Is offering a deal right now if you sign up. So that is good until the end of May. And if you need any information on that, just let me know. And then the last thing I want to talk to you guys about is party. Tina right now is running a party. Thank you, Tina. She's doing pretty good on it. And what it is if you run a party now until June 14th, and you sell $250 worth of products, you'll receive an extra $25 in products from Stampin' Up. So once you reach that mark, you'll get 10% off of your party, which is $25 in rewards, plus an additional $25 in rewards from Stampin' Up. So, and of course, the more you earn, the more percentage you can get off, and you can get more rewards. So if anybody's interested in hosting a party, or I can go ahead and set you up with one online. I can give you a link. We can do a party. You can just get the link and just give it out to your family and friends, and whatever you want to do. So I think that's all I wanted to share with you guys for right now. I want to talk to you guys about the card. I'm using the Peach Suite. So let me go ahead. the tools are back, so I'm so excited. I can flip you guys around and I don't have to worry about being upside down. They brought them back. So let me go ahead and flip you guys upside down. That was so frustrating last week when I didn't know where the tools were. So I'm going to flip you guys down, and then I'm going to turn you guys down so that you guys can see. So you guys can see my host code here. I'm just going to readjust. Okay, so it looks like we are good. So there is the current host code. When you use this host code right now through the end of the month, you will get the card kit that I had talked about, the handsomely suited card class, and with any purchase. So that's the host code. You want to use that with every purchase unless it is $150. Then do not use my code. You'll get your own rewards and you'll still get the card class from me. So anyways, hi Diane. I'm so happy you guys are all here tonight. So this is the card that I created. It's a, well, you'll see once I open it, but it's a fun fold type card. I didn't create the idea for the fun fold, but you're as sweet as a peach here. This is so much fun. I love this. And then I put a belly band on it, so you just want to slide that right off. Now this is a gatefold style card, but watch. It pops up. Isn't that super cute? So I'll show you guys how to make these. These are so easy to make, the little mechanism to make it pop up. So I had fun making this one, creating this one. So I'm going to show you guys how I did that one. We'll recreate this one, but I love it. I just think it's the cutest thing. I love when you get the interactive cards. Isn't it super cute? I know, I love it. So let me show you guys, if you guys haven't seen the let me see, I've got my catalog now. I can share with you guys. I got it all situated here, so I'm not struggling to find the place in my catalog where I need to be. So You're a Peach Suite is on page 60 and 61 of the catalog. I just love this suite. It's so pretty, and there's all kinds of cool things that you can make with it and do with it. So it's a whole suite. So the suite will include your stamp set, your dies. It'll include designer series paper, and then the little mini jam jars. There's 3 here. So you can decorate them and do all kinds of things with them. So that is the suite that I'm working with tonight. Hi, Donna. Welcome, welcome. And I'll show you guys how I created this card. So it's pretty simple to do. Hopefully, like I said, I cut all my pieces correctly. But you're going to start off with your card base. Now, I already scored it, and I know it's hard to see, but this is going to be the gatefold part of your card. So it's cut 5.5 by 8.5, and then you're going to score it at 2 1/8 and 2 1/8 on both ends. And then you're just going to go ahead and fold them in so that they meet in the middle. You don't have to do the scoring if you don't want to. You can kind of just cut your card and then just kind of fold them in so that they meet in the middle. But if you wanted to do the scoring, it's 2 1/8. And I'll leave all that in the description of the video. So let's go ahead. My allergies are terrible today. I've been sneezing like crazy. Boy. So let's see here. What am I going to do first? So I cut, let's go ahead and decorate the card first. So I got the paper strips all cut. Let me show you the paper, you guys. This paper is so pretty. All of Stampin' Up! Paper is pretty, I think. So I'm using this paper for the card design. And I didn't have time to cut it all down, but you can see how pretty. Let's see, let me flip these. So there's that one, and then that's the back side. So this is the one I'm using today. Then you have this piece, the pretty blues. Then there's this one, and then the stripes. So it's not all peaches. If you weren't crazy about peaches, there's some pretty neat designs on the other side. There's another one. I love this piece of paper here. And that's kind of nice. And then finally, this one. This one's nice too. And then the back side. So super pretty paper. I love the paper. So that is the paper here. So these strips I cut at, what was it? 2 by 4. I think it was 2 by, no, not 2 by 4, because this is 5 1/2. So it's 2 by 5 1/4. So I apologize for my dog barking in the background. I'm sure you can hear her. So I'm just going to use our, Stampin' seal. And I'm just going to layer that on the front. And I like it because when you cut it, there's really no pattern to it. So it doesn't matter, you don't have to pay attention because the pattern goes all which way. So then I'll try to make sure I kind of line that up at the top there so that they're quite even. So that's it, simple. So this would be a cute card. You could decorate the inside. This is called the gatefold card. But of course we're gonna make that super cute pop-up. Yeah, this set is so pretty, Donna. I'm gonna be determined to make something with those jars too. I don't know what I want to do with them. I wish I had all the time in the world to just craft all day, because I think I could. I would be it'd be so much fun to just be able to do that. But we need laundry. The family needs to have clean clothes, I guess. So I'm just putting on the inside, I'm using this design for the inside of the card. And then I've got a piece of Very Vanilla. This is cut 5 1/4 by 4. So I'm going to layer that on the inside. So you want to do all of your, if you're going to decorate the inside of the card, you're going to want to do all this first before you put your working little pieces in there. So that's it to decorating that. Pretty super simple, especially with that designer series paper. Yeah, crafting is awesome. I wish I could do it all day. So what I did for the mechanism part, I'm going to show you how we're going to do that. I'm going to bring in these pieces that I have cut here too so that you guys can see. So I actually have pre-scored these. These strips are 1 inch by 5 1/4. So you're going to need 2 of them. And then you're just going to score them at 1, 2, and 4 1/4. So you're going to score them exactly the same. So then you just want to go ahead and, kind of work those folds in. So you have your 2 pieces here with the 1 and 2 inch side, and then I'm going to flip it, and then you got just that 1 inch side here. This is the side we're going to put our Stampin' Seal Plus on. I'm going to use a heavier, just because it's a working part of the card. So I'm going to go ahead and put that on, and then this is going to get butted right up to this, to the fold there. You guys can see that, right? I'm not too, oh, I'm a little far up there, huh? All right, so it's going to get butted right there. But before we do that, I've already cut. When you're doing this card, you're going to want to make sure your die cut pieces are small enough to fit inside the card so that you can close it. So I'm using this stitched so sweetly, stitched so sweetly dies. Say that 5 times fast. And this one I already measured, so I don't know what size this is. I think it's the 3rd die cut. So when this is going to stick down, right where that bend is, you're just going to want to make sure that it fits inside your card. So this fits perfectly inside the card, so I won't have any trouble. But if this was a little bit longer, you wouldn't be able to use this, if that makes sense to you guys. So you would not be able to use this if this piece was longer. So you want to make sure that your piece is going to not stop your card from closing. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit in because I don't want to read it at the top, but I want to make sure, and I want this kind of centered on here. So that looks about good. So once you have it where you know it'll work, you're just going to fold that side down and it'll look like that. So then what you're going to do is take your other piece. So you have your two pieces here, your 1 inch, 2 inch. I'm going to use the Stampin' Seal Plus again. You could use the liquid adhesive. I just like to use a stronger adhesive with this. And then what you're going to do is you're going to fold this under. So it's not, you're not folding on top, you're folding it under. You're going to make sure your card is lying flat, and then you're just going to press it down. And then there is your first mechanism that'll work. And then where's the other one? Right here. So we're going to do the same thing but on the opposite side. So I'm going to take the side with the 1 inch strip there. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal Plus. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take my card just to see and make sure. So there it is. That looks about good. I'm going to do the same thing I did. Fold that, or, you know, have that out, butted along the edge. Rub that down. And then same thing. So you have your two pieces. You're going to do the very end, very last piece here. Going to fold it under. And then you're just going to follow that out. And then there's your pop-up mechanisms right there. Isn't that super easy, you guys? Super, super, super easy. So there you go. So now what I'm going to do, now we can go ahead and stamp and decorate and do all that fun stuff. But see, that's why you want to put your papers on the inside first, because, you know, you wouldn't be able to decorate it otherwise. So let me see, what did I do with this? Oh yeah, so where is this piece? This piece here, this is just a scrap piece of Very Vanilla. And I'm going to, I liked, or the last one here, I did this peach here. I did that on Pale Papaya, but I'm going to do it on Whisper White, and I'm going to emboss it. So I have my little embossing buddy, and I know Stampin' Up! Doesn't have these anymore, but, you know, you guys are probably sick of hearing me tell you to get one, so... but you need one. And I'm going to use the Versamark ink, and I'm also going to use Pale Papaya because I'm going to do two of these peaches. So here's our beautiful peach stamp sets. I love the fonts on this one. So anyways, I'm going to take out this peach. I have my dies. I don't even have them on a magnetic plate yet. Let's take out that peach there. Get a block over here. So I'm going to do my first one here. I'll do in the, what do you call it there? Versamark. You know, I probably should have waited on opening that because I want to emboss it first. So because I'm embossing it, I'm just going to leave it down on the, paper a little bit longer because I really want to make sure I get that embossing powder on there. So you know what? I'm going to close this. Don't listen to me. I'm closing this for right now. So I have a scrap piece here. And you know what? This is not what I wanted to do. I'm going to flip it over because I was correct. Don't listen to me. I wanted that out. Silly me. Don't listen to me. So what I'm going to do is let me go ahead and That's why they have two sides to a paper, right? So I'm going to rub that on there again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a little trick. That was why I wanted, that's why I opened that up. So I'm going to ink this up in your Versamark. So I'm going to go ahead and just, you know, get that nice and inked up. Before I put this down, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pick up my Pale Papaya. So now I have Versamark ink on this. So I can turn this Pale Papaya into an embossed color. So if you ever wanted to emboss in any color of your ink pad you own, you just need to dip it in your Versamark ink first and then bring in whatever color you want. And then when you put the clear powder over it and you emboss, it is the Pale Papaya color. So that was just clear embossing powder. And I do need to stamp out another peach, but I'm going to emboss this first. So always want to make sure you put your embossing powder lid back on before you do anything. Trust me on that one. So I'm going to bring in my heating tool and I'm going to go ahead and let it warm up first, and then I'm just going to emboss that peach. So it does get a little loud, but you want to turn the setting on number 2, and then you just hold this over your item you want to emboss, and eventually it will heat up. Oh, crud. Guys, I am just not having a night here. That was not clear embossing powder. Oh, yay. Let me get another piece of paper. Actually, you know what? I can use this side of it. Let me find my clear embossing powder. Here it is. See, can't blame me though. Look, they look the same. I didn't read the top. Let's try this a third time. Third time's a charm, right? Where's my embossing, or my little embossing buddy there? Here he is. Ay. All right, let's repeat that process. So we're going to do the Versamark ink, the Pale Papaya. Now, I'm just going to wipe this off because I don't want to get any Pale Papaya on my Versamark ink pad if there is any left on there. Okay. All right, one more time, guys. Let's do this again. Versamark ink, Pale Papaya, I'm just going to close these up. Okay, this is clear. That's what we're going to put on there. Yeah. That's why I love doing YouTube videos, because I can edit all this stuff out, you guys. You know, the mistakes I make on the YouTube videos, just go through, edit them all out. You think I was perfect. That's why, you know, when I do these Facebook Lives, you can see I'm not. All right, so that looks much better. So we have our clear embossing powder on top. And now, let's redo that one. I'm not a fan of that white one, but I'll do something with it. So let's emboss this. Now this should emboss nice and clear. Ah, look at that. Much better. All right, so there, that is the embossed clear Pale Papaya. So like I said, you could do that with any of your ink colors. You can change it into that color and it looks like it's embossed in, you used Pale Papaya embossing powder, but you really didn't, so you can trick people. Well, I'm glad I'm not alone with you guys. You guys are very nice to me. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up this peach, and I'm going to stamp this peach one more time, but normal. I'm going to stamp it in just Pale Papaya. Oh, did I not stamp? Okay, I should be able to cut that out. All right. So I think that's it on the stamping of the peach. Do I have to stamp one more time? No, I got to stamp. Yeah, one more time, but we'll do that in a minute. I'm going to cut these out first. I think that's it for the die cuts that I need, yeah. So I'm just going to bring in my the mini Stampin' Emboss machine. I like it, but I would want the big one before I get this one. If I could only get one, I would get that big one. This one is great. I love this one for small little jobs, like I said. So I'm going to cut both of these two peaches out. So I'll have to do one at a time. I'm going to have to turn this a little bit. There we go. So there's our regular peach, and then I'm going to cut out the embossed one. Now I just learned a trick, and it's probably been a trick for a while, but when you're doing your die cutting, like with the stitched, these guys, like when you cut these out, if you have the bigger machine, then what you can do, and it makes cutting them out so much easier. So there's our other peach. You take the die, and say this is the die. Let me get, well, let's see. Well, say this is a big plate. So you take your die, you put your paper down, and you kind of put it at an angle and run the die machine over the die at an angle, and it cuts so much better. I notice sometimes when you cut your dies straight on or straight on like this, it's really hard to crank that machine. But if you can angle your dies when you're cutting, these kind of dies, your shape dies, you'll find a world of difference in the way that they cut out. It's so much easier. So I just learned that tip, but like I said, it's probably been around for a while. So I think, yeah, that is it for the die cutting. I did some die cutting earlier. What did I die cut? The little leaves right here. So on this one, I embossed these leaves on soft succulent, but I decided not to do that. So I cut out, in the die set, there are little leaves. So I cut them out. One is going to be for the inside, one's going to be for the outside. So I've got those. I'm going to set those over here to the side so I don't lose them, because my track record tonight is not very good. So the inside here, I'm going to bring in this guy, and this little guy. So what I did was, on this little one, I stamped that peach again. So where's my Pale Papaya? Right here. I like how this peach stamps out, because it's got a lot of texture to it, and it looks like a real peach. So I stamped this off kind of on the side so I can get the little leaves in there. I probably need this again, but I'll just leave it there. So I've got the soft succulent, and in the stamp set there is the leaves, the bigger leaves here. So I kind of just angled this. You can see right there is, you know, the area where you can put the stem. And then that's all I did on that little piece. And then do I need this? No, I need basic, or the memento. So let me bring in my memento. And then I'm going to take one of these Stitched So Sweetly shapes. And there is a Have a Peachy Day. Is that it? Nope. Have a Peachy Day. So this one here, I just stamped this with the memento ink right down here in the corner. I just re-inked my memento ink, so it's a little wet right there, but we'll let that dry for a minute. All right. There's a lot of stamping and a lot of pieces to this one. You guys can make these cards as complicated or as simple as you would like. So let me just wipe off my stamps here. And then you don't need to do the belly band like I'm doing. You could do just like another stitched, I'll show you once I get it done, but you could use like a stitched shape or some kind of shape on the front instead of the belly band. All right. So let's see, this looks like it's dry. I'm going to bring this card back in. And I'm going to put, actually, before I bring this in, where's my Stampin' seal? Right here. So I'm just going to take this, layer this on this Stitched So Sweetly die. And now, this long part here, the part that stands up, you're going to put your adhesive on it. So I've just got Stampin' seal on there. You could use the stronger adhesive if you want. So I'm going to put this peach, I'm going to butt this right up along the end of the card. I don't want it sticking out because if I do, it's not going to close properly. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure, yep, right there. So that one's there. And then same thing with this, you're going to butt this right up. You want to make sure when you put it down that it's not going to interfere with this shape or it's going to stick out. So I've got them both on there. I'm going to close them down and kind of press them to seal them. Aw, thanks, Patty. I wish I created this, but I didn't create this design of the card or the pop-up feature. I can't mathematically figure that stuff out. I just take other people's creations and I create my own creation with it. And then I share with you guys. So there's that. And then for this little peach that we cut out, our embossed little guy here. So this little leaf thing is very delicate. So I'm going to use my liquid glue. And I'm just going to put a little bit on the end of, or the bottom of that little stem there. Then I'm going to tuck it behind here. There's other little leaves in there too. You can cut a bunch of the leaves out. You could, whatever you want to do. There's a bunch of cute dies in there. So there's that. And then I'm just going to take my Stampin' seal and I'm going to stick that right here. So isn't that cute? And then on the inside, I also took, to make this a happy birthday card, there's the happy birthday stamp in that set. I'm going to use my tuxedo. I'm going to try not to press it down too hard. That looks good. And then I'm going to just see where these lay. And I'm going to stamp right about there. Isn't that cute? Oh, I just got ink on there. So there's that. And then in this stamp set, there are these flowers. Where are they? These little tiny flowers. So I took these little flowers. Let me get my another block to put these on. And I'm going to use the Pale Papaya. And I just took these, guys, and I just kind of randomly placed some. So that's it to the inside. Isn't that cute? So, darn it, with the ink there. But, so you could leave it like this. Like I said, you could take one of those stitched shapes, like I said. You could even just take just like this, and just put it here and glue it on one side. You don't need the belly band. I like the belly band because it keeps it closed. So to make the belly band, I took and I cut out of the layering circles. I thought this was rose gold, but I don't know if it is or not. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's rose gold. That's the color it looks like. Or you could do bronze on there. That would go good too. So I cut that, and then I cut a circle out of the layering circles to layer on top. So before we layer that on top, I'm going to do our final bit of stamping. Let's see. So again, with the Pale Papaya, because everything matches. In that stamp set, there is, I used a lot of sentiments in here. There's a, you're as sweet as a pea. No, not a pea, a peach. You're as sweet as a peach. So let me clean this. Now let me take this block here. So I'm going to do the your. Is that right? Yeah. Your as. So I'm just going to ink that up. And this I'm going to put kind of off to the side a little bit. Off to the left-hand side. And then I'm going to clean that off before I move forward. Sweet as a peach. So I'm going to stick that down right below that. And then that is it for stamping. We're all done with this stamping. Let me put these off to the side here. So that other peach that we stamped and cut out earlier, I'm going to take and do the same thing. I'm going to glue with the liquid glue. You could also use maybe a glue dot on this. So I'm just doing the stem. And then I'm just going to glue that on there. And then I took a couple of dimensionals. Before I do that, let me glue this onto here first. I'm going to use Stampin' Seal Plus because it's going on this paper, and I want to make sure it sticks. I'm going to do that first. And then this guy's going to go right here. And then the belly band is quite simple. I didn't measure it. I didn't score it. All I did was I took it and I went kind of to one side. I cut this, by the way, 1 inch by 11, I believe. Let me just make sure. Yep. So I cut this 1 inch by 11, and then I'm just going to take and put it at the end, wrap it around, pinch it. Then I'm going to wrap it around here, pinch that end, and that's it. I didn't do any fancy measuring or anything like that. So, and then I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal Plus, and I'm just going to glue that down here. And then we're not going to see that, so that doesn't matter. So you just want to make sure that it slides off, and it will. It'll slide off nicely for you. So that's the belly band. And then this, I just took some Stampin' Seal Plus again. Put that there, and then put this here. And then I needed more bling to it, to add to it. So, where are they? Right here. These guys. These are so pretty. These are the... I don't know, they're gems, and they're so pretty here. I'll leave the information in the video. So I just took some of these and just kind of placed them wherever, just around. I always like to have an odd number. I don't know, I think the even number just messes it up. So that's all I did. So that's it to that card. I know it went a little long, but I wanted to show you guys that super card. It's easy. It's real easy to do. You guys seen how easy it was. So, and then you just pull your band off, and then you open it up, and there you go. So somebody would love getting that in the mail. Although this one's a little wrecked because I've got ink everywhere, and it's just a hot mess. I got some black ink in here. But some days are hot mess days, and today was one of them for me. So I hope you guys liked this card. I hope you guys like this suite. This suite is so pretty. It is just amazing, this suite. So I'm going to, it's a sweet card. Oh, thank you. Yes, it is cute. I'm going to flip you guys back up, flip you around here, hopefully. I'm so happy that tool is back. Oh my gosh. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Like I said, I'll leave the link of, or I'll leave all the information in the link of the video on how you can recreate that card. And I think this is going to be a hot seller here, this little bundle here. So thank you guys so much for joining me again on this Tuesday. I hope you guys had a great day. I didn't even chit-chat in the beginning. And I hope you guys got to enjoy the weather. And I will talk to you guys next week. Same time, same bat channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good rest of your evening.